check the download for Call of Booty. Because it's Booty Cheeks. When is Verdansk supposed to be coming back?
Yes! 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 I thought it was already back.
Is it?
Yes! Yeah!
Huh.
Yes!
They didn't
Ah,
really...
wow, wow. Wow, 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 wow.
No, by the way,
Hey, I
welcome to
see you're wearing a
Wildcast.
Punisher shirt and you don't have Marvel Rivals installed? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I hear Punisher's pretty fun to play as.
Yeah. He's kind of fucking OP. And I could be Rocket Raccoon and give you unlimited ammo and a heal and like what do you not why do you not have fucking rivals?
I've
Cause
been
this is a
busy.
sports chat, I get it.
I've also been extremely busy.
Oh
Really.
yeah, you've been doing dad shit.
Yeah.
Bro's been doing dad shit.
Yeah.
We love that. Daddy Justin.
Yes, sir. Daddy Damien.
Oh
Um.
no.
So, fucking talking about the
Yeah.
UFL and stuff, man. I it's strange to say that
Bro,
a
I lost
spring
all
league
that steam.
of the UFL.
Just all that steam is just gone.
Would you like some more steam?
We're talking about all that. Hold up. I'm about to go get some more steam.
All right.
I'm out of steam.
Ooh, I got the
So
I got the Trulies right now.
that's not a truly, that's a neutral.
Oh, it is a neutral. Oh,
Vizzy's actually the best. Vizzy is my favorite hard
Vizzy?
seltzer because they got antioxidants, vitamin C,
Hmm. I'm
and
gonna
I'm
look for them.
always
I'm gonna try them
sick.
out
So I
because
like that. You should.
yeah,
They're very tasty. I
you
think they're made with vodka.
you've never steered me wrong, so I trust you and I will try them.
I don't
Yeah.
do that. I'm good at driving.
Yeah. So UFL. Um, lots of moves going on. You know, it's kind of cool to see that the UFL is USFL and XFL both combined. You know, for starters, that we're going into season 2 of that. Season, I guess you could say 4 of the USFL, and depending how you want to say it for the UFL. Um, got a dog in the background. What is she whining about? Let me see if she needs outside in a second. But let me
Smells
see
like
if.
Cincinnati chili in my house, and I
Ooh,
can't find any chili, and I'm pretty upset
did
about it.
you DoorDash Gold Star?
No,
Let me see if
but I got a
Zelda
new
needs
Keystone
outside.
Light.
Ooh, so tell us all about the Michigan Panthers while I go and see
Oh
if Zelda
God.
needs outside.
Well, first off, I'm gonna have to drag my shirt out of this. You're not even here. I don't. Hold on. I'm gonna look for my Michigan Panthers shirt. I think we're doing like right here. My God, what the fuck? What the fuck? It's just right here.
Turns out Zelda just wants.
So, plot twist. I thought I was gonna have to dig for my Michigan Panthers shirt, but it was right here on the top of my hamper.
That's that's hilarious. Got the Panthers stuff, Panthers gear. Let's go. I gotta say, Panthers have one of the most marketable brands in the UFL. As far as like just brand alone, it's really cool.
It is almost UFL time.
It really is. I can't wait
It's
for.
almost UFL time, Justin.
I can't
March.
wait. Look at that, bro. The brand alone. That's the color scheme, yeah, everything about the Michigan Panthers, like as far as a brand, is just so marketable. It's so cool. The color scheme,
Dude, the colors, that light blue, bro, that light
bro,
blue
it's like a
with this
great accent.
maroon.
It's such a great
Oh,
accent,
it's
dude.
so good.
It's
It's
good.
so good.
You gotta love it. You gotta do.
Dude, it makes for some really good. I got some hard titties. It makes
Yeah,
for
you do.
some really good unis. It
No,
makes
for
for
real.
some really good
They got
unis, and
some really cool
I am a
unis.
sucker for a good uni.
Oh yeah, they're great. I gotta say they're probably one of the most, like, as far as brands go, most marketable. Like, it looks so cool. It really
Oh,
does.
they're so good.
And
Honestly, though, I really like the Breakers colors. The light
yes,
blue with the dark blue with the fucking other
the
blue with the
white,
fucking white.
dude,
Dude,
it looks good.
so
It
good.
really
That was
does.
so clean. It
And
was clean.
they were a fun rival from a
Dude,
Stallions fan standpoint.
I really like their quarterback. I really like that Canadian motherfucker.
MBT, McLeod Bethel Thompson, dude, he was good. He
Yes.
was really good.
Bethel Thompson was good, dude. And I think what made him so good in American football is because he was used to only having, did you know, in Canadian football they only have 3 downs.
Yeah, they're
I
weird.
think I They only have 3 downs. They don't have fourth down. It's third down is their fourth down type shit.
Yeah,
And
it's
I think that's a lot of what made him good is because he's like, all right, I got another chance to do this that I wouldn't normally have
I also
because he was
think
a Canadian football player.
I also think the DiFilippo, Coach DiFilippo and
Dude,
MBT,
DiFilippo actually was
he
turned
was
out to be a good fucking coach.
I just think when last year when he took over
Or
Memphis, he had
yeah,
he
he
just
shit the bed with Memphis.
but you know what I think it
But
was?
that's a whole different staff. You gotta think
Yeah.
that's a whole different
He didn't
staff. It's a
have
whole different player. It's a
yeah.
whole different fucking roster.
I also looked at it as, like, I think Case Cookus, Chef Cookus, is really fucking good. There's no doubt about it, right?
He is good. He was really
I
fucking
just
good.
don't think he was the type of quarterback that would have
No,
fit
no,
into
not for that scheme.
DiFilippo's. Yeah, I think
Not
because
yeah, not for that scheme.
when you saw what Memphis looked like when Josh Love got in, they looked way better.
I don't
It
want to
was like
talk about Josh Love.
I know he was it was rough for the Panthers, but when he went to Memphis and he started playing under DiFilippo, he started look more like
And
what
that's dude,
MBT
that's the
was.
fucking crazy thing that gets me every time is when a player leaves an organization and then goes to a new organization, a whole new organization with new players and all that shit around them, and just fucking goes off. It's
Yeah,
like, so the problem was with the staff.
and I mean this still is this is a very new league, so you're going to see a lot of that right now. Um, I mean we still don't even know
Absolutely.
if AJ McCarron's actually ever going to come back.
Oh, he's not. I can tell you right now,
Yeah.
ain't no way.
Uh,
Ain't no way AJ's coming back. And if he does, it's not going to be with St. Louis, it doesn't look like. So,
The only team, and this is not me being a homer, the only team I could see him is like going back to Birmingham to do the whole Alabama roots stuff.
yep. And
I
I'd be
wouldn't.
on board with that. I would
Yeah.
fucks with that
Yeah. I mean, I think
because
it'd be cool.
that he's going back home. But
Yeah.
I understand that. I get
It.
it.
I think it'd be really cool to see.
It would be very cool. It
It's
would be
just.
very cool.
It would just be very difficult because I'm looking at the
He's
roster
old.
that he's
He's old.
old, but you look at the roster that
And they just signed Alex Magoo.
not only
That's not
they have
they're not
Alex
gonna
Magoo
fucking sign.
and Matt Corral. They have
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Jamar Smith still. Like Jamar Smith, for
They still have Jamar Smith,
he might as well be the quarterbacks
bro.
coach.
Yeah,
But dude,
yeah. Seriously. That's what they need to do right there. What you just said. Make
quarterbacks
Jamar
coach.
Smith the quarterbacks coach. Literally,
Because
because he spent the last season, most of that season he spent with a fucking headset on.
And
So just
he knows
make
Skip Holtz.
the fucking easy choice right there.
His entire college career was with
He
Skip
knows the
Holtz.
scheme.
And on
He
top of
knows the
that,
scheme.
and on top of
He
that,
knows
like,
Skip. He knows the scheme.
and he also
It's
got
that's a no-brainer.
The Stallions inaugural season. He got them to the fucking championship game. He
That's
did.
what I'm saying.
And he
And
didn't lose a
they took
championship
him
game.
out. They took him out.
He's just
That's
like,
all that was. They just
I'm
took him out.
injured. I'm
For
injured.
I don't why.
We don't even know why,
Oh
but
yeah, he was injured. He was quote unquote injured.
and they're just like, well, we got Alex Magoo. We'll just throw him in there. He's going to
Right.
be the
Yeah.
USFL MVP next season, so it is what it is. He's going to make just
Yeah,
god tier
because
plays.
they knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he went to the fucking Packers, and he chilled on the practice squad. He got his money, let him come back to the UFL, share some of that money with the UFL. You know,
Yeah.
solidify some shit.
And it's kind of crazy because I really do think he would have had a legitimate shot
He
at
was really
QB2.
good.
At QB2
Ah,
there.
at QB2, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, he'd be a great backup.
He really would have
Like
been.
he'd be our like. You remember, Jake Browning for the Bengals, right? When Burrow got hurt,
Mm-hmm.
he would have been like that. That's
great.
the type of QB that Magoo would have been, but maybe even better because he's a dual threat. He can run.
He's really good, especially
Jake
for like
Browning, yeah, Jake Browning could, scramble for a few yards, but he's not like Magoo. Magoo is an actual dual threat quarterback.
Yeah, him and Adrian Martinez, and I think
Oh,
honestly,
dude, Adrian was crazy with the legs, bro.
dude,
Bro had some fucking wheels.
I keep saying this
And I'm
about
gonna hold up. We're gonna bring that back because I played sports in the '90s. I grew up in the '90s. We're bringing wheels back. Bro had some fucking wheels.
he did. He had some
Bro has some
wheels.
fucking wheels.
I keep
dude.
saying this though to
Just wheels.
my Alabama, like my friends that are Alabama fans with me as well, is if you wanted an offensive coordinator that was going to win a national championship this year, you should have got Skip Holtz. Because Skip Holtz is a QB guru. He's not just a whisperer, he's a guru. Watch how he coaches his quarterbacks and on top of that, just his team in general.
His whole team. Like one guy. It's fucking crazy watching this old man coach this whole team from just one little spot on this sideline, and he just can somehow manage this whole fucking football field length of fucking dudes.
He's so good at
like,
it too.
All of this whole fucking field full of dudes on this sideline just respects this old ass white dude, and I'm like, he's doing something right.
Yeah,
he's won. What's it? He's at a 3-peat right now.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a 3-peat right now. Heading for a 4th, maybe.
And mind you, the coaches.
Not if my Michigan Panthers or my Battlehawks have something to say about it.
But mind you, and people who are going to be like, oh, well, it's just a UFL. It's like, well, look at the coaches he went against. Bob Stoops. Like
Stoops is crazy.
The Bob
Stoops is
like
Stoops
Anthony.
Bob Stoops is crazy.
Anthony Beck is a hell of a coach.
Beck made some bro.
He's made some dumb calls, but he is still
he made
a hell
some
of, a
of the
coach.
dumbest calls. I get that. He's a really good guy. I like his energy. I love everything about
He's just got to
Anthony Beck.
He needs
Besides
to take
his fucking play calling, dude.
He needs to take a step back from the play calling. And
needs
get a good OC.
Yes.
Because I tell you, if he was like he was more head coach, and then occasionally he'll throw a play call.
He literally made
there.
play calls that fucking.
Yeah, but he's a good coach. He's a really good head coach. I think he would be really good at the college level.
I think I need to have my Battlehawks shirt on for this. I might need to dig for this one. Give me a sec.
All right. So I'll continue. So what I'm saying about Skip Holtz is
on a cat.
Skip Holtz took a quarterback named Adrian Martinez, who a guy like Scott Frost put his entire career on the line for at Nebraska. I mean, let's be real. He put so much faith in the Adrian Martinez, and he didn't pan out the way that it really thought it was going to be.
Look at that.
Bro, that looks sick. That looks sick.
Look at that, buddy.
Yeah. So I was just saying,
I got
talking
my
about.
XFL and my USFL
So
shirts.
I was talking about Skip Holtz for a little bit. So what I was saying is uh, on Adrian Martinez. And I'm not saying this is anything against Adrian Martinez's college career.
Ah!
But Adrian Martinez's college career was very underwhelming at Nebraska, and it was one of the reasons why Scott Frost's tenure there didn't last, because he put a lot on the line for Adrian Martinez to be the quarterback he believed he was. And then we really didn't see a lot until Adrian Martinez went to Kansas State, and he had a pretty good season. But then we go to the USFL or the UFL and Skip Holtz, and we see the Adrian Martinez that we thought we were going to get at Nebraska. Like, he was a really good quarterback. He wasn't perfect, but he was great.
He wasn't perfect, but he was electric.
He was great.
He was electric.
He could get upfield. He knew how to scramble. He knew how to get upfield. He knew how to throw the ball. He had a nasty deep ball. And
he had a nasty deep ball, and he could run like a motherfucker.
He was
and he'd put a shoulder down and fucking go for more yards.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that. That's why I like Josh Allen so much.
Yeah, you gotta love Josh
Allen. That motherfucker
Allen,
puts his literal life on the line. He doesn't give a fuck.
He does not.
He does not give a fuck.
Doesn't care.
Who's trying to tackle him?
He's like,
it could be fucking goddamn Vontez Burfict. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna put my head right into this big motherfucker.
It's just a shame that he has to go against the Kansas City refs. That to get the Lombardi.
I think Josh Allen is powerful enough to overcome that.
Yeah.
I'm putting all my chips. I'm putting all my faith on Josh Allen to rescue us from another Patrick Mahomes fucking Super Bowl.
And the sad thing is I don't want to take anything away from Patrick Mahomes. I really don't. I think he's a pretty damn good quarterback.
I bet my whole ass forehead, my whole ass 5 head, that Josh Allen saves us from Patrick Mahomes.
He does. He is willing to bet not only that, but Peyton Manning.
If Josh Allen doesn't deliver us from another Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl, put my forehead up to a 6 head. My 5 head.
Is that
Ari
the Last Airbender?
It is.
But I don't want to take anything from Patrick Mahomes as far as his talents and stuff. He's a damn good quarterback. He is.
You should take a lot from him.
Hang on.
He's a little bitch boy.
Hang on. I want to finish.
I'm sorry. I'm biased.
Let me finish. No, let me finish.
Let me
finish. So,
go ahead.
The problem that I have with Patrick Mahomes isn't Patrick Mahomes. It's everyone around him, from the refs to the media to everything else. Like bro, the refs, you get a clean hit on Patrick Mahomes, it's a penalty. And I can't blame Patrick Mahomes for that.
Bro, can we can we talk about that fucking blatant helmet to helmet roughing the passer that wasn't helmet to helmet?
It was just him scrambling, and he was a runner, and he was a legitimate it was a legitimate play on the ball.
It's not even that, bro. He was back in the pocket. Yes, he was out of the pocket. Bro pushed him in the chest from that one camera angle that they would only show until afterwards. It looked like he hit him in the head.
Yeah.
From that one camera angle they would only show.
It's honestly
he did
ridiculous.
not hit him in the head.
This is more of a league issue.
So through with the NFL.
Yeah, it's a league issue.
Point.
It really is a league issue than it is.
That shit makes it look like it's completely rigged.
Like
which
it,
people already are talking about it being have been talking about it being rigged for years.
and now
Like
it's just
it's
blatant.
becoming more and more blatant, and it's fucking frustrating.
I made the
And
joke. I made this joke a couple days ago. It was like,
it's not
like
really even a joke
this is
anymore. It's
this,
sad. It's
no, this was
pathetic,
my
and
joke
it's really
was
upsetting
my
for
joke.
teams that really fucking deserve to fucking be in there in the contention.
Yeah.
Mm.
So my joke that I made was is like this is worse than Tom Brady's inflation gate because like bro with Tom Brady like it was still up
Yep.
in question. A lot of this
Yep.
stuff. And then at the end of the
Yep.
day the argument was
And
like, "Hey, I'm Tom Brady and that's my coach Bill Belichick. We fucking did
literally,
it. Like I don't know what you want to say.
they fucking get it. Bill Belichick fucking gets it.
You
You
know?
can watch it fucking interviews on fucking Julian Edelman's shit podcast. I think it might not be Julian's, but Jules has been on multiple podcasts with multiple people that have played with him for the Patriots, and they always talk about how Belichick is like,
Yeah.
bro gets shit done. Bro gets shit done.
And I mean, it's just the joke. The point is that like this is worse than like the Tom Brady stuff because like we used to like, oh man, it's just no way, but it wasn't. It wasn't obvious. If there was ever any like weird voodoo like juju shit going on, like inflation gate or whatever, it that
So
inflation gate. All right, let's think about that for a second. There, you
so
deflated
hold
the
up.
ball, a little bit to get the what kind of like how minuscule of an
Like how
advantage.
right, like how would that I still struggle to see how that would give you an advantage. Are his hands small? Can he
Like
not grip a full
that's such a
football? Like
small advantage
that's
compared to
yeah, that
like
does that's like nothing.
compared
That's
to
like
literally someone making a play on the ball and tackling Patrick Mahomes when he's running upfield and it being a penalty. Like there's a
thank you.
huge difference
Thank
there.
you.
You know,
Thank you.
you like all it's just insane how far the NFL has gone with this, and I hate it. I really do. Like
And
I
dude,
want to like
the
the
worst
NFL.
part about it is my quarterback doesn't get any of that special treatment. And he has said that in interviews.
Hmm.
He has been asked about his fucking roughing the passer calls, and he says he has. You can look at this up. He's literally said, "Oh well, we don't really get." He said, we don't really get these calls, so I don't really try to fight for them or look for that. He doesn't get those calls, dude.
No, he doesn't. I mean, no one really does in the
That's
NFL.
the fucking point. The only one that is getting these fucking calls that consistently is Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And I know I'm getting angry and I know I'm getting fucking a little emotional, but I'm a Bengals fan. Sorry.
No, everyone that's a fan
Sue
of any
me.
team actually has a right to be upset. Like honestly, I think
It's
even
bullshit.
I
It's
think
fucking bullshit.
I think that
And
this
I'm
this goes
sick
so
of the
deep,
league doing
and
this
this
shit
this
to
might
us.
sound kind of like this is me going my conspiracy like rabbit hole, right? But I think it even goes as deep as like coaches making specific play calls to throw
Oh,
games.
absolutely.
Like let's
Absolutely.
go back to when the Falcons played the Chiefs this season, right? You had the most obvious play call to run Bijan Robinson right up the middle to get the first down
Yep.
and win the game. And what do you
Yep.
do? Like, bro, they were not only they were not loading the box. It was the just everybody's on the line of scrimmage. Everybody was on the line of scrimmage and you're going to run on the outside. Like what was that play
Go
call?
play action. Call play action.
Anything. Anything. Like I mean, you got Kirk Cousins.
Anything
He can
other
lob the
than
ball.
running on an outside.
Like I don't think Kirk Cousins should have been benched because I don't think he was that bad. I think Kirk Cousins was really
Oh, dude.
good this season. I just
Dude,
think that
Kirk Cousins was going off. Kirk Chains was going off.
he
I
was.
don't know why they took him out.
Well, here's why. If I'm looking from a general manager, head coach standpoint, they knew that they were only going to get 1 year out of Kirk Cousins, and that when they realized that the playoff picture was just not there anymore, they're going to just go with what they had, with the next guy up. I don't think it's anything on Kirk Cousins' performance. I think he did a really good job this season. I think he could have absolutely gotten the Falcons to the playoffs, but I think that there's just things that the league does, like maybe paying coaches a little bit more to make really bad play calls on games like that Kansas City Chiefs game in Atlanta, where it was an obvious play call to run it up the middle because you're going to get the first down and you can win the game. But what do we do? It's just it sucks. It really does. And I'm not trying to say this to like take any credit away from the athletes on the field. I don't think that any of the athletes on the field are making any of these decisions themselves. And if they are, then shame on you. But I don't really think that's the case. These guys obviously love the sport they play, and they really care about it. You can hear it from the former players. Go listen to Ocho Cinco whenever he talks about his days, like playing,
Dude,
and when he breaks down
dude.
film and stuff. Like these guys love football. It's great, and I love hearing former players. That's former players and very select few coaches is what I
Dude.
like hearing from.
I love watching Ocho's fucking interviews.
Oh, dude. For one, he knows entertainment. He really does. He knows the entertainment business so well. Like he knows what he's doing when he's doing interviews, talking, breaking down film. Like you really get a different perspective of the sport from him than you would get from anywhere else, from any like analyst or even us. But when it when I want to listen to stuff about the sport of football, like just the topic of football, I usually take more out of former players and then certain coaches. I'm not saying not all, like every coach out there is just not reliable. I'm just saying that like only certain coaches really have like a different perspective that's really going to break it down. Like Nick Saban is going to really explain the sport on a level while still conveying what he's trying to say to where we can all understand, but also from a perspective where he cares about the overall totality of the sport, not just Alabama football. And he's always been that way. He's like, yeah, he's going to advocate for the team that he coached for, but he still is like, hey, man, if we keep going down this road with college football, it's not going to look good. You like your ratings and your viewership in the national championship now. Well, you go to 12 teams, it's probably not going to turn out that way. Hey, do this NIL stuff. You need to put some regulations on it. If not, it's going to get pretty crazy. Hey, this transfer portal, you probably
Yeah, he's
probably should
been
put some
saying this
stipulations.
shit. He's been saying shit for so long that people should have been listening to.
And he's just like, hey, it's not. I'm not saying this to benefit just me. I'm saying this because it's not like
Like I've been a coach for this many years. Like I can see how this shit is gonna help put my shit into fucking action.
And then finally, like he's just like, I don't know why I'm still doing this. I'm just gonna go and talk about football on College Game Day, which, by the way, has been a hell of an addition.
Fucking amazing.
It
Fucking.
is.
Did you see that dude that put his fucking Venmo on there and became a fucking millionaire?
That's insane. I did not know about
Bro,
that.
bro, yes. Listen, so dude had a sign. You know how people put those signs up on College Game Day, right? Bro made a sign that said Bush Light Supply went dry, and he put his Venmo on there. And within a couple weeks, bro had like millions
Bro, that's
of dollars,
that's
millions. And
wild.
he decided, bro, he did the fucking gentlemanly thing, and he fucking donated all of it, like all of those millions to like fucking hospitals type shit, and he kept just enough to get him a case of Bush Light, and so Bush Light fucking honored him by fucking giving him I think a fucking lifetime, it's either a lifetime supply or like a year supply of Bush Light.
I think I've
But
heard about that. He's from
either yeah,
Iowa. Yeah.
yeah, either way, they gave him a shit ton of Bush Light with his fucking face on it and his name because he
Bro,
donated all of that money
I'm picturing because I know this
besides
story.
the price of a fucking case of Bush Light. He
Yeah,
donated
I do
everything.
remember that, and I because he's from Iowa too, which Iowans
Hell
love.
yeah.
They love their Bush
Hell yeah.
Light over there. Yeah, I gotta say, like Iowans and Bush Light are like
Hell yeah.
Oreos and milk. Yeah. But the funny thing is too is I'm just picturing him like waking up the next day and looking at his
Bro,
Venmo
if
account,
yeah,
and he
literally,
just
if
says
I woke
he
up
goes
and look at that
he
Venmo
goes,
account,
but he's an Iowan, so you know what he's gonna say? Ope. He'll be like,
he'd
Ope.
say that too if he was in Ohio also.
Oh
We
yeah,
say
for real.
that we say that here too.
He'd be like,
In
Ope. Looks like I got a
Ohio and
glizzy.
northern Kentucky. Oh,
I got a glizzy.
no, but bro, let's be real. If me or you woke up to that in our Venmo account from a fucking college game day, we'd be like, guess I'm rich. Guess I'm paying off all my debts.
Yeah, no, literally,
You know?
literally. Like I'm
Like,
paying
guess I'm
off my
feeding
debt.
my kid.
I'm paying off my debt, feeding my family, and I don't know, invested. You know.
Nah, just straight up feeding my family,
I'm
paying off my debts, and feeding my family, making sure my family's okay.
moving my best friend
That's
down
it.
to Florida. You know.
Hey, hey.
That kind of stuff. I mean, and then I'd open up like a small business. That's what I would do if I had that kind of money. I got a couple cool ideas that I would do, but yeah, but it would be nice. Man, that kind of money would be so nice to have. But this guy just wakes up and goes, "Oh, I'm just gonna donate it to a children's hospital."
Yeah, and god damn it, kudos to him.
For real. I mean, it's a very selfless act, and I mean, honestly, that's like your typical blue collar worker for
Hey,
you. You know that they don't.
I'm sending you a Facebook page. It's my sister-in-law. She makes some really cool spooky art. I think you and Caroline might be into. It'd really be cool if you guys could like get something off of her. And she actually just started making keychains that are really crazy cool.
Yeah, I'll buy a keychain or two.
I think you guys would like her art.
That's actually really cool. I like it.
That's I think it's Spooky BB
Maybe
on
she'll
Facebook.
maybe they'll yeah, I liked it. They'll be our first sponsor whenever we start getting some viewers.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That would be really cool. Yeah, I liked it so I can revisit it later and I'll buy something.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if they updated Verdansk, or they put Verdansk in, because I kind of want to see if they
Should
did.
I send it to Caroline also?
Um, you could, yeah.
Copy link.
Ah, it is lagging. It's probably because shaders is updating.
Oh, are you getting on the dudes?
Well, you said that they put in Verdansk, so I was like, well, let me
I
see.
thought they did. I've heard they did, but I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it's just that kind of thing that they're gonna say that they're putting it up there to keep people playing, and they're just
I
gonna
do
prolong it.
I do know that it is on COD Mobile,
I know
Warzone
that.
Mobile.
Yeah. I mean,
It's
how
getting sticky.
like how difficult can it be just to take a map that you already have everything completely built for and just put it in the fucking game? I don't know. I'm not a dev. I
Sticky.
can't I can't
It's getting
speak as a
sticky.
game developer.
Getting sticky. Getting
But
sticky.
yeah.
Hang up from the south. No, get at the door. Get the mink minks on.
But yeah. So USFL, UFL, XFL, dude, it's around the corner, man. I'm excited for it. And it's weird to say that I honestly think that it's been more entertaining than honestly both college and NFL
Bro,
football.
see, that's huge for you, actually.
No, it really
That's
is.
that's huge for you because you love college football.
I do. I've loved college.
You've enjoyed UFL more than college this year?
Honestly, this year, yes. I have been, and it's not just because Alabama was a letdown, but just
Yeah.
overall, like outside of a handful of like postseason games, like they're just I didn't enjoy it as much as I used to. I personally loved the bowl games and that kind of stuff, and I'll use my team as an example. All right, I went to go see Alabama football for the first time in person in my life. I've grown up an Alabama fan, and I've always loved Alabama football. And I went to go see them play in person, and I saw one of the worst efforts out of them. And it didn't seem like they
I'm
wanted to be
so
there.
brother, I'm so sorry you had to see that
No,
live.
it
I'm
is what
so
it is.
sorry you had to brother, imagine if I would have been there, you would have been so mad.
Uh,
You would have fucking hated life. You would have been like, God damn it, I wish I would have never made this kid come down here.
it is what it is, man. I'm used to it.
I'm so sorry you had to witness that
There's
in
no
person.
no honestly, there's like the Michigan fans are some of the least toxic fan bases out there. I gotta say.
Hey, let's go.
No, like
Big
Michigan,
friendly. Big friendly.
Oklahoma, and
Big
Arkansas.
friendly.
Straight up, like Michigan,
Big
Oklahoma,
friendly.
and Arkansas are the three least toxic fan bases out there. It's from an Alabama fan's perspective. Like
And
everybody
that's
hate.
huge. That's huge. That's huge.
Yeah,
Because everybody hates you.
yeah, for no
Because
reason.
everybody hates you because you guys are the big dogs. That's
Yeah,
why. Because you guys are the big dogs.
yeah.
You're the
I'm
big
just like
dogs.
it's like, hey, I just kind of grew up liking Alabama football. Like
Like, I just love, yeah, that's
it's
my
just
family. I grew up around Alabama football.
yeah, it's like
Fuck
this is
y'all.
what we had.
Yeah.
And
That's literally all you had.
I'm
Kinda.
I never had the grace of like having a team in the
See,
NFL to
see, you know, I grew up, I had fucking, bro, growing up, Northern Kentucky, I have Kentucky Wildcats. I got UC Bearcats. Go Bearcats. Go Cats. Go Wildcats. Go Big Blue. I got fucking. I have so many teams around me. It's like crazy. Like, obviously, the main ones, the fucking Bengals.
yeah.
Is
And I mean, for me, like I had the
I got this
Falcons.
Budweiser. Check out this Budweiser bar sign I got for the Bengals.
See, that's really
Bud
cool.
game time is Bud time.
See, I had the Atlanta Falcons. See, if you're a Mississippi fan, like you live in Mississippi, like Ole Miss and Mississippi State, you had New
Yeah,
Orleans.
what do they have? New
New Orleans,
Orleans?
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you
Really?
you could say like maybe Tennessee, like if you're like
Oh.
northeast.
Ugh.
Yeah, like or
They don't want that. They don't want that.
yeah, like there's not a lot. Like a lot of these. That's why college football is so popular among the southeastern region is
Did you
because
know the Tennessee Titans used to be the Houston Oilers?
hmm they always do the throwback uniform for
That's
them too.
why and actually the Browns or the Bengals I can't remember. It used to be somebody else. I don't know.
But either way, what I was saying was is I enjoyed the UFL more than I enjoyed both NFL and college football this last
Oh,
year.
also that link I sent you All of the Christmas paintings are half off right now.
Okay, I'll remember that. Um, click the link down in the bio. um,
Yeah.
no, I enjoyed it more because honestly, like, don't get me
You
wrong,
know
there
it's
was
fucking you know it's raw every emotion
the game,
it's
like the games
it's just
themselves.
people playing the fucking game. It's
Every
just
game
people
was
playing
really
the
good.
fucking game
Every game was
because
good.
they're trying to fucking better themselves. These guys are out there trying to better themselves to get to the NFL.
And
And that's why I
honestly,
like the UFL so much
and it
is
was
because
the the
go ahead.
the thing with the USFL and XFL, the thing that they really honed in on, um, as far as both of their brands and when they combined them too, and I think The Rock kind of said it best was for the love of football.
For the love of football.
But for real, they love
And
football so
if
much.
you didn't know, The Rock played football.
He did in high school, and I don't remember if he made it to college or not. I think he was in
And did
college.
you know? Hold up. Did you know Danny Garcia what is his ex-wife?
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
and they work so well together too. That's
They
awesome.
really do.
It's
Like
really awesome.
she's a muscle woman, so it works out.
Oh yeah, right.
He's
Yeah.
muscle man and she's muscle woman.
But
Like
and then
she's
Daryl,
his starlet, but like
and then
they
their
work together
counterpart.
really well, not together.
So the USFL or UFL, it was. I just enjoyed it more because I think for one they deserve bigger crowds. They really do. People
Oh,
should really show out.
absolutely.
But like the
Absolutely.
sport, like I mean, there are some little things about the rules that I think could be better, and there can be tweaks here and
See,
there.
I think there are some rules in the UFL now that it's called. I think there are some UFL rules that the NFL needs to implement,
The three
like
point,
the kickoff,
the
the
kickoff,
3 point, the 3 point.
yes.
Right, that right there, dude. The
Now,
3 point fucking showdown type shit.
yeah,
That right there.
I'm not a fan of how they do
Boom.
the extra points, but I do think that if they did the
Yeah.
additional
See,
three
the
point,
extra points could use some work.
it's got to be a kick. Okay, if you want the 1 point, you do a kick. If you want the 2 points or the 3 points, it's a play from
Yeah,
the
you should.
five and
You
the
shouldn't.
10.
You shouldn't phase out the kickers because NFL teams need kickers.
Well, and
Don't phase
honestly,
that out.
if you've been watching College Game Day, yeah, every
Oh
episode,
yeah.
bro, it's
Oh
not
yeah.
easy to go and
Oh
kick a ball.
yeah.
It's not
Oh
easy.
yeah.
You know,
Drewski couldn't do it.
yeah, like Pat McAfee makes it a point. Like I'm pretty sure he tells them to like shit talk being what it is to be a kicker before they
Oh
go up
yeah.
there.
He
It's
said.
like
I think he does that on purpose. He shit talk. He shit
I think
talks
he
the
tells
whole
them
time.
I think he tells them like, hey, you can do the kick and all that and whatever, but you gotta shit talk being a kicker before you make the kick. All right.
Oh, oh,
I think that's part of
absolutely.
the
Because
thing
that's him being a
because
punter.
I
That's
think
him being a punter.
because he knows, and I mean honestly, unless if you like really like you got to pay attention to the sport. Like that's
Dude,
one of
I
the
love Pat. I love Pat.
yeah, dude. But like being a
I fuck a lot of people hate him. I love
oh,
Pat.
I love him, dude. I don't know
I
why
love
anyone
Pat.
would hate him.
I
He's so
fucking
good.
love so many people hate him. Like just I guess because of his energy. I guess cuz he's young. I don't know.
I
Maybe
mean I
they're
like the
mad
energy,
because he made fucking millions of dollars with the Colts.
dude.
Get
He was
fucking
good.
fucked. Get get over it. The Colts. How long has it been since the Colts went to the playoffs? I don't like. Get over it.
Yeah,
We all know Pat McAfee's the goat. Like we
dude.
love
He's
you.
good.
We love you, Indianapolis.
You
But
got you know
Pat
what you gotta
McAfee's
love.
the only good thing you had
You
for a
got
long
you
time.
gotta love
And
about him
like
is
since you had fucking Peyton, that's Pat McAfee's your best thing.
and honestly like Pat is such a good showman,
He's a great.
entertainment
That's why he has
entertainer.
his own fucking show. That's
Yeah.
why he's on
He's
fucking
so
College
good
Game
at it.
Day.
He's so good
Dude,
at it. He knows
that's
how to work
dude.
a
Do you? Hey,
crowd and an
I
audience.
I know for a fact I posted this in the Dude's chat. Um, him in college when he was interviewing his coach after a big win or some shit. He's like, "Welcome to the Pat McAfee show. It's a young Pat. It's a young ass Pat." And he's like an electric fucking interviewer. It's
Dude,
like
he's good.
he was born to fucking do that shit.
Bro, he got Nick Saban to be a regular on his podcast before he retired. I'm not saying
Like
college game day. I'm
nobody can just
talking
do that.
I'm
Nobody
talking
can
Nick
just do that.
Saban. Nick Saban, who was coaching a team
Brother.
to the
Nobody
Rose
can just
Bowl.
do that. Nobody can just do that.
Yeah,
Nobody can just get Nick Saban to do a fucking podcast like that.
exactly. And I remember one time he was
Like,
he was
if
like,
you hate Pat McAfee, you could just see yourself out of this, because we love Pat McAfee here.
love Pat, love Nick Saban, love Bill
Love
Belichick,
Pat. Love Saban.
Belichick, Brady.
Belichick's okay, I guess.
No,
I'm a Bengals fan. Belichick's
Belichick's
okay.
his personality is
Yo,
dry,
hold up.
but when you
Wait,
get him
isn't
talking
that?
ball,
Hold up. Isn't there a video of him walking out of some hot ass bitch's fucking house,
Bill,
like shirtless? Yeah.
I
Or is
wouldn't
that
I wouldn't
AI?
be surprised. Honestly, I would not be surprised.
There's. Hold up.
And
If
if
you
I'm
look it up, hold up. Pull up Google. Jamie, can you pull that up for us?
Jamie,
But nah, for real. If you Google it, there's a video of Bill Belichick walking out of some chick's house shirtless.
I do know that his
And I think
girlfriend,
it's some
his
younger chick.
his girlfriend is like insane. Like I know that,
Damn.
but
Okay, Bill. What? It's like my daughter's younger than my son. I don't give a fuck.
yeah, it's crazy. Um,
Bill gets it. See, that's the type of shit. That's the type of shit
and then
you can
honestly,
do
you
when
know,
you don't
and
inflate balls
something that we
on
love,
purpose
something that we love on this
or
show
deflate
is
balls.
we love former players of the sport. Like
We love former players.
no, like dude, the players that are actually willing to go out there and put their perspective on things is something.
Ocho Cinco,
Hey, Cam Newton.
Chad Johnson. Brother, what is with his hats?
What is
Alright,
with his hats? I don't know.
I'm gonna be the one to say it. I'm gonna be
Bro,
the one to fucking
you're
say it.
you're
What the
asking
fuck
me.
is what the fuck is with Cam? What is with his hats?
I can't hate them though. I can't hate the hats.
No,
No, they're
No,
great.
I don't.
They're
I'm
just
not
so
saying.
like
I'm not talking shit about. I'm just saying.
like
What the fuck is with those
like
big ass hats, bro?
like what made
Like,
him what
do
made
you
him
have
go
like? He's definitely gotta be like Meg,
no.
where his heart's like in his skull.
No,
You
no, no, no.
remember that
Even better,
episode?
even better, even better. He just woke up one day and be like, "I'm Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimmadome." Like, bro, that's what he woke up and decided. I'm Doug Dimmadome,
Literally, bro.
bro. Like for real. Like
Why?
I don't know,
Why?
but I mean,
Why are you Doug Dimmadome now? Like, we get it, you're
yo,
fancy. You got all this money. Why you gotta have these big ass hats, bro?
bro, I
Like,
love
do
it
you
though.
have a tumor under there? Can
Like, what is it,
please take off your hat. Show us.
bro?
Show us.
He really should one day just have like a big ass like Dimmadome hat, like a white like 20-gallon hat.
Dude,
Where like
he
you can't even
he
see.
would not.
You couldn't even
He
see
would
it. Like
not.
it pans out of the camera. It's just so tall,
That'd
bro.
be fucking awesome, dude.
I would pay my entire salary to him if he does that. It
That'd
would be
fucking
worth
awesome.
every penny.
I wish I made a salary.
And I'm saying that as an Alabama fan, giving an Auburn Heisman quarterback that kind of money, I would pay to see that. But I gotta say though, before we get too far off topic, I like watching Cam Newton talk about football. He knows ball so well. Bro,
He knows
does.
ball. He knows ball. And
Yeah.
I was watching him actually. I just watched a video of him talking about Lamar
Mhm.
blowing that fucking playoff game yet again.
He
As soon as the playoffs come around, Lamar turns into a little puppy.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost like they
Lamar's a little puppy boy.
But I kind of wonder if that's also some of the play calling too, where like they try and go into conservative, like they don't want
That's
Lamar.
exactly it. And you know that? Did you know the fans are calling for Harbaugh to get out of there? The bad Harbaugh?
Yeah, because like think about it.
That's the bad. See, I say the bad Harbaugh because I'm a Michigan fan, but
Yeah,
I'm also, you know, Bengals fan. So that's the bad Harbaugh. You
yeah.
know,
Like that's kind of what
who's
I'm.
got it better than us? Nobody.
Granted,
See,
though,
I
they had
fucks
to
with
go against
that,
the they had to go against
even
the
though it's a
Chiefs.
Harbaugh thing.
Granted, they did have to go against the Chiefs, and if we're gonna stick to our guns on this one, I mean, I don't think Lamar Jackson, uh, being conservative play calling or aggressive or not, is gonna beat the refs. But
Oh,
I will say
nothing,
like
nothing's, dude, nothing. You've seen it from the Bengals multiple times. No matter what you do, you're not gonna beat the fucking refs.
you can't.
You've seen it with the Rams. It started with the fucking Rams. Let's let's talk about the Super Bowl. Let's open up that old wound because I'm fucking still hurting.
Start talking about it. I'm gonna go pee while you do. So go ahead.
I can't just talk to myself here,
No,
brother.
talk
I'm
talk to
just
the
gonna look like a
audience.
fucking stupid ass.
Talk to the audience.
I'm gonna
I
sound
gotta
like
go
a
pee.
crazy person.
Just go for it.
There's nothing really to talk about it. It's the refs handed the Rams that game. The Bengals won that game. The Bengals won that Super Bowl. Y'all, anybody watching these, maybe two viewers that are watching, the refs gave that Super Bowl to the Rams. I there's I don't know what else to talk about that. The fact somebody come in here and comment something, I don't know. Like the Chiefs are always gonna win. The refs favor them. I shouldn't have put that money down. I just want Josh Allen to win. I don't I don't know what else to say about that, bro. Damn, I'm looking old.
Oh man, I would have hated to pee myself. So um, we were talking about the Rams and where it started, right?
I was just talking about how the Bengals get fucked every time.
Yeah, it's just the NFL, man. I think the league just has their interest. I think a lot of it comes from betting. I think there are elites that have.
Most of it comes from betting
I
nowadays.
mean, maybe I'm just this is a rabbit hole or not, but like I think Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey dating also has a lot to do with like why the Kansas City
You know,
refs
it's
have.
crazy, and but like, and that shouldn't have any bearing on it, but it clearly does. So that right there just shows that it's fucking rigged.
I mean, it's weird, and you
Because
know,
they have, if you've noticed, they have cut back on showing her
but they still
during their
do.
games.
But they
They
still do
still
a
do.
lot.
They still do.
And here's the thing.
But they have cut back on it. But
And here's the thing.
go
All
ahead.
right. As a fan of football, I really don't care who's at the game that's a celebrity. I really don't.
Well,
And if you're
see,
gonna pan and show like, oh yeah, look, we got
me
um,
as a fan, as as a fucking
well, like for
pop culture guy,
well, like
I do
for
like seeing famous people at games. I don't care about Taylor Swift.
But
I
I
don't
don't care. I
fucking
don't care
care.
about Taylor Swift, but I also don't care if she's like to see her every game, which she's
Every
still
single game.
every single
They
game.
show her at
It's like
least once every single game.
at
They
least
have cut back, but it's still at least once every single game.
And it's like,
And
I
they
don't care.
showed her
I don't
multiple
care.
times on the last
If
game I
if you're
watched.
gonna show
Like, I don't give
like
a shit
if
that
you're gonna
she's
show a
there.
spectator, why not just show the person that spent a
Show
couple
the real fucking people, like
the
the
fans?
owners,
Like,
the
bro,
fans,
the
or the owners,
no,
or the fucking
I'm more in support of showing the fans that the people that go out there and spend their hard-earned money and go and
go out
support
there in
their team.
freezing temperatures,
Yeah,
shirtless.
shirtless or dressed up all goofy like, but to support their team because they love them. They're diehard fans. Those are the ones I care about because they're out there supporting their team no matter how bad or how
Yep,
good they play.
yep. And that's what I stand for, and that's why I like those people. That's why I like seeing those people. I don't give a
Because
shit about this dumb
because
fucking stupid bitch that
let's
fucking
be
goes
real.
takes a fucking plane for a car ride.
And let's be real here. If Travis Kelsey were to just tomorrow go to the fucking Panthers, where do you think she's going to be going to? She's going to be in Carolina at every fucking game over there. Sorry to cuss, but goddamn it, this is the facts, all right? I don't care about Taylor Swift because of that. I care about the fans that are there supporting their team. All right? I really just that and honestly, at the end of the day, like let's be real, Taylor Swift draws in a lot of different people who don't care
Mediocre.
mediocre who don't give a shit about football.
Mediocre.
They just care about Taylor Swift and be like, "Oh my god, this is Taylor Swift's team," you know? And
She's mediocre. Her music's not that great.
it really isn't that great. And she's not even writing her
Like,
own
I'm
music. It's
not
all
I'm not saying
ghostwriters.
it's bad at all. I'm not saying it's bad
It's
at all.
but
I get down to it. It's not great. It's
it
nothing special. It's mediocre.
but there's it's also
It's
like
your
she's
typical
got a
pop,
good voice.
new pop shit. Exactly.
She's got a good
She
voice,
knows how to
but she
work her
also has
voice.
good
She knows how
ghostwriters.
to work the fucking. There are certain frequencies and
Mhm.
like tones that people
Yeah.
sing in these pop songs that
Singing and
make
not just
you
singing, but also tune their instruments
the
too.
tunes. Exactly.
Yeah.
These frequencies and tunes, these tones make you say, "Hey, this is actually good. This makes me want to bob. Like this is a bob." It's
Yeah.
it's
You want to look
made
at
to make you think
someone that
that.
has
It's made to
legitimate
make your brain think that shit.
you want to look at someone who has legitimate talent that can do something that you can't do and you got to look at it and be like that's impressive. Look at a guy like Will Ramos. All right. If you're not into heavy metal,
Learn how
I
to
get
throat
it.
sing. Learn how to
I get
throat
it if you're
sing.
not into heavy metal and all that like that growl stuff. Chris, show us.
Which
Like it
which a lot of people aren't.
you can't so not a lot of people can
No.
do it. But honestly though, like a guy like Will Ramos, he
He is
revolutionizes it.
trained. He trained. Like I thought I trained to get my voice to do that shit. That motherfucker literally trained hit like
And
his life. Hey, that
let's go a little
motherfucker, hold up. That motherfucker went through his life training. He learned how to throat sing, like Mongolian throat singing. He
yeah,
learned how to do that shit to make
almost like a
more
dual
guttural sounds,
yeah.
more guttural metal, fucking demonic sounding sounds
Let's go
from
more
his
mainstream.
fucking voice.
Let's go more mainstream. Like let's Corey Taylor. Corey Taylor's another one. Corey Taylor not only does give
Yeah,
you his
he's all
soft
right.
he
He's
gives
all right.
he gives you his soft vocals, but he also like until recently,
Yeah, I know you love Corey, but I'm just gonna say he's all right.
but compared to Taylor Swift, he's
Oh,
miles,
dude,
yeah,
leagues,
leagues
miles,
better because he still
leaps
revolutionizes
and bounds.
he still revolutionizes being a vocalist. And he does a
Like,
really good job. Like if you go to his
so
early shit, like Iowa,
if we're
like
talking about that, it's like this compared to a fucking Voodoo Ranger.
mhm.
Like, I love you, sweet Keystone. Oh, I love you so much, but Voodoo Ranger just gets me way more fucked up.
But at the end of the day, we're still kind of getting a little off topic. Is like Taylor Swift. I'm not saying she's not
Isn't
talented.
that what we do?
Yeah, we get fucked up when we talk about we get off topic. Off topic Wildcast. Um, but when it comes to Taylor Swift, like I just don't care. I'm not that big into her music, and not a lot of people are. Not your typical NFL
Yeah, I
fan
used to
is.
be before she was, possessed.
But not only that, but like your typical NFL fan isn't going to be a massive Taylor Swift fan.
No, no. Your
Hell, it's
typical, absolutely not.
like
I'm not your typical NFL fan
I
though,
mean,
so.
let's look at it. Like they know who they know for a fact. As far as like the big media heads knows what we're kind of into and who's popular because
Yeah.
guess who was the main feature for the theming around college football? Jelly Roll. Like Jelly Roll was like bopping this year because he was all about it. Like he was the
And it's
main.
funny, I never really listened to him ever.
I've listened. I actually
Ever.
listened to him before he got kind of got.
Ever.
This is gonna sound like two.
Besides that one song he had on the radio
No, this is
around
gonna
here.
sound funny. This is gonna sound like 2008, Chris. But I was actually listening to him before he got popular. Um,
Well, you are from that area.
but like I don't know. I just he kind of popped up in my feed, and I was like, oh,
That's what
he's
I'm
really good.
saying. If he popped up in your feed because you're from that area.
And I'm not a
He's
big
from the South.
I'm not a big like country rap kind of guy.
That's what I'm saying. Like
I'm not a big
he's
country
the
rap
biggest
guy.
like country rap guy right
But he's
now.
got a good voice. And it really sounds like for country
Yeah.
rap, it actually works. Like
Yeah.
I was like, I can't hate this. It's actually really
I
good.
mean, for me, no junk, no soul.
I mean,
I
like
mean, maybe he takes a trip and
what's that one guy?
gets back on
Yellow Wolf.
drugs and it makes him good.
Yellow Wolf. I liked a little bit, and that's like
Oh, dude, Yellow Wolf is the shit,
he's
bro.
good.
I
He's good.
love Yellow
He's
Wolf.
from Alabama. He's a Bama fan too.
I love Yellow Wolf, bro. I used to bump so much Yellow Wolf. You
They
have
sent
no
me to
idea,
hell, so
Justin.
I shit on the devil. Yo, that guy was.
Bro,
He's good. He's good.
actually, hold up. I'm about to I need to download some fucking.
We're
I
so
used to
off
bump
topic.
some Yellow Wolf. Yeah,
We're
we are.
so off topic. But my point is with the NFL is I feel like Taylor Swift's influence for starters is just too much. It
Hold up.
really is.
One more thing off topic. Yellow Wolf has a new album out that he put out in 24.
I think I remember seeing that he's putting something out. I didn't look into it much.
It's a 25 track album.
God damn,
What the fuck?
he was really on the
I'm
grind.
about. Oh, his first song is with Jelly Roll, Trailer in the Sky.
Yeah, I mean I think they actually had ties as far as like the career and stuff. Like he kind of helped Jelly Roll get up and started. Um, and that's the thing with the NFL is
Nah,
it just seems
I like
so
old Yellow Wolf.
it seems so plastic, the NFL.
He
And
said Tuscaloosa. He said Tuscaloosa Ave. Hell yeah,
bro,
brother.
he's a Bama fan.
Bama.
People,
He's
Yellow Wolf's
from Bama.
yeah, he's from Coleman, I believe, Coleman, Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, I'm gonna look him up right now.
That's what happens when you put a white boy in the hood.
Gadsden, he's from Gadsden, Alabama. Bro, Gadsden's like
Catfish Billy.
Gadsden, Alabama's like money.
Catfish Billy.
At least as far as the high school
God
is.
damn it, dude.
That
I
that
love catching
Gadsden
catfish.
Gadsden High School is like money as far as like it's a good high school. Not a lot of like NFL prospects.
So
but
his parents had money.
I don't know if his parents had money because Gadsden also has a lot of rural. The thing about Alabama is you could be from a rich area but still be poor as fuck
That's
because
fucked.
well,
That's fucked.
you're one or the other, you know. I mean, people
For
live
real?
in Birmingham,
So
live in poverty a lot. So
you're from Alabama or Georgia?
I'm from Alabama.
I always forget.
like there's I don't know. It's kind of weird to describe. Like you know, trailer parks are
So you were a rich kid.
no. I was not a rich kid.
You're poor like me.
Yeah. The only reason why I had somewhat of a stable life and towards the end of my like childhood was
Yeah.
because
Tell me about your childhood. Like, were your
um
parents cool? Like,
my
what's up with
parents
that?
parents were never divorced. My parents were never married, so I really
What?
wasn't a planned child. I didn't know my dad till I was like 8 maybe. I'm trying to remember the
Damn.
age. And nothing against
For
my dad.
real?
Dude, I have a great relationship with my dad. And he's the reason why I had
But did he did but well, here's the thing. Did he know?
he knew.
Uh
Um, I don't I don't know how late into it. We never talked about it, but honestly, I don't need to know because I don't care about.
cuz you guys are cool now, so it doesn't
What
really
does it matter?
matter.
He's
Yeah.
he's not only is he my dad, but
He's been there for you.
yeah. Um, but I also got to look back and say like whenever in my teenage years and the end of my childhood, like he was in the military, and I
That
followed in
is
his
that what
footsteps,
pushed is that what
and
pushed you
yeah, and also like he was making
to go to the to Navy?
stable income for me to have somewhat of a normal,
Yeah.
you know,
Have what you wanted
not
for
necessarily what I
Christmas
wanted,
type shit.
not necessarily what I wanted, but you know,
What you needed.
yeah, and if there was something that like I thought was fun and cool, like I never always got what I wanted, but if I
Oh,
wanted some,
absolutely.
honestly,
Absolutely. I know how that goes.
honestly, if I ever wanted something, I had to go and earn it all my life from being a kid.
See, that's why you're so stable now.
It's also why I'm a terrible. I'm terrible to like buy Christmas gifts for because people are like, "What do you want?" It's like I don't know. I already got it. I bought it
Right.
myself. You know.
Right.
It's like if,
But no,
or if there is
that's
something that I do want, it's too expensive for someone to like reasonably buy me. It's like,
yeah.
what do you want?
I'm the
I
same
really
way.
would like an FN Scar. Like it just,
I want an FNFAL, please.
yeah. It's like just give me an
Yeah,
MP5.
I would love a Galil.
All right. Yeah. Exactly. Or like
What? Okay,
another.
what is the Galil an actual? Is that the
Yeah.
actual gun or what is the
Yeah.
real
It's
name?
Galil. Galil.
I want a Galil so
It's the
bad. God damn it, that was the
Israeli.
best gun in Call of Duty.
It's the Israeli.
Black Ops
Um,
2.
Israeli defense. They're.
It's an Israeli gun.
It is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It was like
That's pretty cool.
they made it kind of like their own version of the
Oh
AK.
God, you just lost so many viewers because I just said an Israeli gun was cool.
Oh right, because you're like, oh, what about Palestine? It's like, bro, I don't care.
Free
It's
Palestine.
like, oh yeah, says a guy that lives in the middle of Montana that has no fucking
Right.
ties to either country. It's like, who gives a fuck? Or
Nothing. Has
you live in
nothing to do with
Massachusetts.
anybody.
You live in Massachusetts. What the fuck does that have to do with you? Who gives a shit? All right, I don't
I
care.
love. All right, I don't care. I love a Galil.
I love a Galil.
I love a Galil.
Yeah.
And bro, my favorite rifle is an SKS. I am deadly accurate with an SKS 7.62 by 3.9.
It's a good caliber.
I am so accurate with a 7.62 by 3.9.
I
Dude, I'm good with a 40, a Glock 40, bro. I'm just a good shot. My dad actually graduated sharpshooter, I think, in the army. And that that just goes down the bloodline.
I need a refill.
Me too.
So we really got off topic, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue before Christy gets back. Um, I've enjoyed the UFL more than college and NFL, and I think a lot of it is due to just it feels more like the love of football is there. And I'm not saying that there isn't any presence in any kind in the other two leagues and college football and NFL. There's a lot of good moments, especially in college football. Like from a Bama fan's perspective, like that Alabama Georgia game, um, the it's looking back at some of the games, there were some pretty good games. The Ohio State Oregon game was really good, but it just got so old really quickly, and it just seems so. I I don't know. From a Bama fan's perspective,
Honey bunny,
um,
honey bunny boy.
it just seemed like
There you go,
it's just not there anymore. I I
Frosty boy.
I grew up being a huge fan of Mark Ingram and seeing number 22 play and become the first Heisman for Alabama. I thought there's just no one else that could ever wear this number. And then there were guys that did wear the number. I mean, Najee Harris. Look at the guy. He's tearing it up in the NFL right now. And then you got a kid named Justice Haynes. And no shots at the kid, whatever. But like you go and wear Alabama's first Heisman Trophy winner. You wear his number and you go play at Alabama. That should mean something to you. It should. And you didn't have a terrible season, and you played behind a quarterback that was primarily a rusher. And whatever you think about Jalen Milroe, you can say, I don't care. I think he's a pretty good quarterback, and was with he was not without flaw. Justice Haynes had a chance to go in and be the guy next season, and he's wearing number 22. And he says, screw this shit. You know, the college football that I loved, that something as simple as that was so significant. It meant something to the fans, to the players, to the program. And now it's just not there anymore. It really isn't. And it's sad and it's hollow. It's not the sport that I grew up loving. And I get it, things change over time. But there was still a part of college football that remained the same, and it was that spirit. And this goes with any team anywhere. You know, um, how quickly players can just jump into the portal and go to another program. Like I thought it was weird that a Tennessee player came to Alabama and played for us, and other players from other schools that were rivals to us. And this goes for any school and any conference. You can pick your name, pick your of your school, pick your name of the player, and it just seems like the loyalty's not there anymore. And it doesn't seem like the love of the sport, which a big part of it was the love of the team that you had. It's not just for the love of football, but it's for the love of your team that you play the sport of football in. And because as a fan, when I see those guys wearing the jersey and the colors that I stand behind and I support, I give my viewership, I give my money to, and I root for, and invest in, I I expect that, you know, while I, no matter what, have your back and defend you and support you, that I would get a little bit of the same representation in return as a fan. And it sucks. It sucks because and I'm not picking on Justice Haynes. He's one of many. Caleb Downs is another. Ten- Tennessee fans, they can look at some of their guys. Toto, Squirrel Wright. You know, Michigan fans can look at their guys like Keon Sabb. Um, Ohio State fans can
Yeah,
look at their quarterback that transferred. And honestly, you know, I think from my I speak on behalf of all fans of college football and football sports is we're tired of investing so much into these teams and these players to just turn around and give the fans a middle finger and just up and leave no matter what.
absolutely.
It is, and I'm sorry that I have to be the one to say it, but it is absolutely a middle finger to the fans.
It
And
really is.
honestly, I could give
And
two
I'm
fucks.
kind of sick of it.
Like, I honestly could give two fucks about what a player does after they transfer at that point. I don't care.
Like,
I would hope that they are not successful because
I
they
want to,
said, fuck you, I'm going somewhere else. And honestly, why should I support you anymore? Like
we
why
need some transfer portal rules.
no, seriously. I get it if there's a situation where it it makes sense and it's an actual business decision to some degree. You know,
Absolutely. Like Joe Burrow getting out
Joe
of Ohio
Joe
State.
Burrow, Jalen Hurts. Um,
That fucking shithole Ohio State,
yeah.
which shouldn't have a national championship right now. Anybody that's an Ohio State fan can go fuck yourself because your team is fraudulent and you shouldn't have that title.
Mhm. But those are two great
Sorry.
those are two great players to pick from. Joe Burrow and Jalen Hurts. All right. Joe Burrow was just not going to see any playing time. And Justin Fields, actually. Justin
He
Fields.
wasn't going to get any playing time
And
in
Justin
Ohio.
Fields. Honestly, though, Justin Fields
And
probably.
see,
He probably would have seen some playing time at Georgia, honestly, if you think about it.
Joe Burrow will tell you that he went to school at Ohio State
But he
and he
played.
played football at LSU. Fuck Ohio State
But,
because they didn't
and you
want
know what's
him.
crazy?
They didn't want him.
And you know what's
They didn't
crazy?
want him.
And I'll speak to the
And
Oklahoma.
look what he fucking did.
I'll speak to the
Look what he
Sooners
did
fans.
without them.
I'll speak to the Sooners fans on this one. Is Jalen Hurts, both Bama and Sooners fans can claim him. He went to both schools. He won championships at both
Boomer
schools.
Sooner.
He won championships at both schools. He played at both schools. Now, he shows a little bit more representation to Alabama. He does. And I'm not saying that as a shot or anything. He does. But
I oh
he
yeah, Jalen Hurts absolutely is a Bama boy. He'll
yeah.
always say Bama.
But
He doesn't ever mention Oklahoma.
I'm not upset if an Oklahoma fan says, "Oh yeah, he played at Oklahoma." It's like, yeah, you can claim him in some degree. You just got to know that Bama fans are going to claim him too. He won championships at Alabama. He won championships at Oklahoma too. It,
That's crazy. That's
he's
crazy.
that good of a quarterback.
That's crazy.
And both of us were
And it
fortunate.
shows in the league.
And both of us were fortunate enough to have him. And those are transfers that I'm okay with because at the end of the day,
Ohio State fucked up.
at
And
the
I'm so glad that Joe
yeah,
Burrow went the fucking route he did and fucking won that natty in LSU. I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry, Justin.
I hate
But
LSU.
I understand that, and I am truly sorry for that. I'm truly sorry that Ohio State did that to him, and he had to go to LSU. But that run that he made, brother.
Either way, we're
Granted,
getting off the topic I'm talking about. We're trying to bring up is the point is transfers like that make sense
the point
because
is, get you some Melinda's fire roasted garlic and habanero hot sauce. It's the best hot sauce you will ever put on anything,
this
and I
video is
guarantee that.
apparently sponsored by that. Um, transfers like that make sense to some degree, and and it should be minimal. I don't know minimal, but it shouldn't be to the degree where it's at now, where teams are looking at like 20 plus players on average of transfers.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's too much.
What was that team? What was that team? Their whole team transferred? Who was
Marshall.
that?
Marshall.
Their whole team transferred. Like,
That's insane.
where are the rules? Like, we gotta have some fucking rules here.
That's insane.
A whole team transferred.
It's insane.
Let's just look at that for a second. A whole fucking team transferred, bro. That's a problem. That is a fucking problem.
It is. And you know what's
That's
crazy?
not good for anybody.
You know what's crazy is let's go through some of the players that had to sit and wait for their time. And when they got their moment, it worked out for them. You know, there are guys all throughout the league, at different schools. Some they probably had a chance a lot earlier than others. Some schools just don't have the depth, but the schools that have a lot more depth and a lot more five-star players on their roster, they do have to wait their turn. And instead of, I know it's impatient because you want to get playing time, but you know, the difference between being a starter or second string and you're getting a lot of reps and just going to be a first string quarterback or running back at another program because you just didn't want to wait that one other year versus a guy like Jalen Hurts or Joe Burrow that had no other option. Like, as much as I hate to say it, Jalen Hurts didn't have any other option. Yeah. Tua won the job. He did. And I was one of the few people that did not want to see Jalen Hurts leave the program because I wanted him to be the starting quarterback because I saw something in Jalen Hurts that I thought was crucial to Alabama. I think if Jalen Hurts was on that,
obviously correct because look at him now.
If Jalen Hurts was on that 2019 team at Alabama, I wholeheartedly believe they would have won the national championship.
Done for. It's a lock if he's in.
Exactly.
It's a lock if he was in.
But it didn't shake out that way. And
it would have been a lock.
I just think, and same thing for Joe Burrow. Like, you go to a place like Ohio State, especially the way
I fucking hate those. I hate that place. I hate those people. I hate those fans. I hate the players.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Fuck Ohio State. I have been to Columbus. Fuck everybody there.
It's a shithole.
Fuck everybody there.
My boss was a former state trooper out there in that area. He could tell you, he could attest for it. It was a shithole.
Fuck everybody in Columbus.
It's a shithole. And you know what the funny part is he's a Michigan fan too.
Go Blue!
Bro, imagine being an Ohio State trooper, and he's a Michigan fan, so he could just like run.
Bro, I was gonna say I would put so many people away.
I was like, you ever just like pull over Ohio State fans?
That's what I was saying. Like, if I was him, and I just so happened to pull over some Ohio State player, fucking in jail. Saturday, make sure he's in jail.
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna plant some shit on him to make sure he's in fucking jail on Saturday.
Yeah, like fuck that guy. But at the end of the
That's
day,
how much I hate Ohio State and the fans and the players
at
and the
the,
coaches.
at the end of the day,
Fuck
though,
y'all.
you
I
know,
live so close to y'all, and y'all just a bunch of bitches. Fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
at the end of the day,
Fuck. Fuck y'all.
end of the day, from a fan's perspective, of someone who's trying to support college football, and why I have enjoyed the UFL more than college football is because,
More than any of these leagues lately, especially the NFL.
especially the NFL and right now college football, and I hate to say it because I love college football. I love seeing stories like Ryan Williams. Where this kid is 17 years old and he is doing things.
That kid's crazy, bro. Let's talk about Ryan Williams for a second.
He is insane.
Bro.
He is a legitimate psychopath. It's
And
bro, on the field.
let's
He
just
is
hope he doesn't go the Jermaine Burton route.
no. I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. I
Can we
actually listen.
talk about that?
I listened to his
Are we on
podcast.
stream? Can we talk about Jermaine for a minute here?
Yeah, if you want to talk about him.
Ah, I know it's a little heartfelt for you, but I know it hurts a little bit, but have you seen the charges? Have you seen the shit he's getting himself into?
You've been sending it to me, so I mean, I'm not like completely out of the
Besides,
loop.
yeah.
I mean,
So, at first, it started with him being announced that he wasn't going to travel to Pittsburgh with the team to play that game. And well, actually, I think it started with the eviction notice. I think the eviction notice came before that, and then he got the fucking message that he wasn't gonna travel with the team to Pittsburgh. And then now he's got this fucking actual criminal charge for fucking like, well, actually the chick didn't end up pressing charges, but the girl he was dating fucking called the cops, called 911, and was saying all this shit like he fucking came in her like she wasn't texting him back or some shit like that. And fucking so he apparently went and forced his way into her apartment and like broke her phone and fucking did a bunch of crazy shit and then held a knife to his throat saying he was gonna kill himself. Jermaine Burton is not stable.
yeah. I mean,
He is
that's
not stable. I don't think Skip could even fucking fix him at this point.
well.
He's gonna need some Dr. Phil type shit.
I mean, I got to look at what Skip's made, what his college degree and stuff, what he specializes in. But he does have like a really good pedigree of working with people. But that's a different topic. Um, he definitely does need help, and I think that's actually a thing that players in general deal with a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, honestly, like think about it for a second. Like think about Aaron Hernandez. That is a very sensitive topic, but if you think about it,
I mean, it's not. It's been long enough. Like it needs to be talked about.
like he was not stable, and
He
what he
wasn't,
did was
and I think a lot of it was because of CTE from getting hit in the head so much. And
exactly.
if you look at the fucking statistics, there have been multiple former football players, college or NFL, either way, they have been hit in the head so much that they have this CTE and it makes them literally go insane. Like it literally fucks with your brain and it makes them go fucking insane.
Yeah,
And with the whole thing with Aaron Hernandez, I think it was he already had he absolutely already had CTE from college. He was already mentally ill before the CTE from college. And that shows with like they have that new biopic or that new whatever on FX Hulu about Aaron Hernandez. Have you seen the commercials for that?
I haven't watched it, but I have seen the commercials. Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet. I really want to, but like this dude wasn't right
Well,
before all that.
and
Like there's no way this dude was mentally stable before all of this.
there's
And
another.
then he played football for so long and took all of these hits to the head, and he just stayed in that mindset of like, I'm not a fucking psychologist, I'm not a fucking doctor, but I'm just saying things how I see they played out, and I don't know. I just take things away from how I see things play out,
I
and
mean,
I'm
y-
usually kind of good at rating situations.
yeah, and I mean, I like to think kind of the same, similar thing, and I think also a lot of it comes down to getting that kind of access to fame and
It's
power
the
and money.
fame and money. It's the access to the fame and the money. And like you said, he had a bitch in his ear saying all this and that. Like, you should be this, you should be that. Dur, dur, dur.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I mean, I think
and
that goes
there,
with a
and
lot
if
of.
you and like I was talking about earlier, I watched a lot of Julian Edelman's podcasts that he's been on, and I watched this one where he was talking like him and another former teammate were talking about Julian or not, they were talking about Aaron Hernandez when he first got on the team, and he would be in the locker room like he would literally like stand up like right next to somebody and start fondling his genitalia, like start fondling his dick and balls, and start talking about people's moms and shit.
Yeah, and
Like that's not stable behavior. That's not something a normal person would fucking do.
well, and I mean, even then, there's also like this thing
And
where
even if he's fucking around, like that's still not normal.
and there's also, like I said, there's other cases where it's destructive behavior, and it may not necessarily be abnormal,
Look at
but it's
look at that fucking Steelers. What's his name? Was that Antonio?
Antonio
The one
Brown.
that the one that yes, Antonio, the one that took his fucking shit off mid game and just walked into the fucking locker room.
Yeah, that was with the Bucks at that time. But yes, um, I was gonna
That
bring up
dude's
I was gonna
fucked.
bring up one that's a little bit more close to home for me. Was Henry Ruggs. For starters, not
Okay.
only did he play at my college team, and he was phenomenal, and he was actually really good in the NFL too. But he's also from my hometown in Montgomery.
No
Um,
shit.
and you hate to see that because
I can
I
feel the
know where
fucking
I know where he came from.
sadness. I can feel the sadness building.
Well,
Let's
no,
hear it.
I mean, I know where he came from. You know, Montgomery is not a a well off city. It is it's pretty rough. It is very rough. It's very
Kind of hood.
impoverished. It is the hood.
You can say hood.
No, no, I'm just saying like it's it's the hood, and that's where he came from. And you take a guy like that comes from the hood, and you give him a chance at opportunity and success. And I'm not saying this was the factor in it, but it seems like you take a guy like that and you finally make it. You know, sometimes as a guy or just
Yeah.
as an adult, not just a guy, a man or a woman, as an adult, you finally reach success and you just cut loose and you just kind of forget where you came from
Yep.
and you go and make a terrible decision like you did.
Yep.
Um, believe me, I know from experience and personal experience and close friends.
Yep. Yep.
And I think that at that level too, it's a lot easier to make that kind of
At
mistake.
that, yeah. Oh, absolutely. At that level, it's
I mean,
one slip up,
I
and
can't.
everybody's gonna see it.
I can only
Everybody's gonna
imagine
see it.
with
Everybody's gonna know.
the boneheaded decisions that I made at the age of
Okay,
22.
I see what you're saying.
Because the
And
decisions that I
Jermaine
made
is just,
at that
yep,
age, I was
okay,
making some pretty stupid
yep,
decisions
yep,
myself.
yep. I
And
get exactly what you're saying.
if I had that
I
kind of
get what you're
attention,
saying.
I had that kind of money too. That's the other thing too. You have that kind of money,
Well, he didn't even really get that much money. Like, bro
he
took
still
some
has
fucking
more money than we'll
head,
ever see.
bro, he got evicted
I
and
know.
took some Head and Shoulders from a fucking video that they did, like a fucking PR video. He was like, "Yeah, I'm taking that
Dude,
shampoo,
he's still probably making more money than us because
brother."
he
He's
made it to the
no,
NFL.
he he lost all that money with
Bro,
all.
like Alex
Why,
Magoo
bro?
made
If he
eight hundred
has that
thousand
money, why did he get evicted?
because he doesn't want to pay
Why
it. He doesn't want to
why
pay.
did he get evicted?
It could. Here's my guess. He put
No,
himself
you're
in.
right. Hold up. Actually, hold up. You're right. He was living in Cincinnati. I know a lot of those fucking landlords are crooked as fuck. All right, you're right. Good point. Good point. Good
Yeah,
point. But
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 even then,
besides that, besides breaking your girlfriend's phone, you're a fucking NFL player. You're in the NFL right now. Why are you running up in a bitch's apartment, forcing your way in, breaking her phone, holding a knife to your neck, saying you're gonna kill yourself? That's fucked up. Like, the only person I have known to come in my fucking house and say, hold a weapon to their head and say, I'm gonna kill myself was my buddy that was on meth. Like, so for me, I see a dude running up in his girlfriend ex girlfriend's house, by the way, putting a knife to his throat and say he's gonna kill himself. What is he on? What is he like? What is he getting into? He doesn't look good.
no, and
He
again,
looks sickly.
it's one of those things where like it could be drugs,
Like, and that's what I'm saying. Like,
but
I had so much high hopes. Like, I talked him up so much to my dad. I was like,
he's
"Oh,
talented,
we got this Alabama fucking wide receiver.
dude.
Like,
He's
roll
talented.
tide. He's
He
gonna
is
go off." He
extremely
is very
talented.
talented. He is
He
very
is.
talented. He is. I would. That's why I was so fucking hyped up for him. And then he fucking does this shit.
Yeah,
Like, he's obviously going through some fucking shit, and he needs some serious help.
and you know that's the thing too is I think drugs has a lot to do with it too, especially with like guys like Henry Ruggs.
That's what I'm saying. He looks skinny. As like his face, if you look at the videos and shit from like the Bengals page, because I'm a Bengals fan. I'm in Cincinnati area. I get all this shit on their Facebook and shit. Like they do. Like, he looks skinny.
Yeah,
Like, he looks like he's withering away. And he was a fucking top wide receiver in college at Alabama, at the one of the top fucking schools, football schools. Like, and now he's this. It's really fucking sad.
no, it is,
It's depressing.
and he's not.
Like, not just for me. I could only imagine how you feel about it.
I
Like,
mean,
that's your college. Like, I know you know how it works with college and NFL.
I mean,
I get
I'm
it.
just used to it with the
But
players like this. So
God
it's
damn it, dude. Like,
because he's not the
I've
only
never
one.
had an Aaron or Hernandez type, let me say type story this close to, the Bengals.
Yeah, I mean, you did have a Michigan quarterback decide to go play for the Patriots.
Yeah, we did have
That's
Chad
pretty.
Henne, didn't we?
I mean, Tom Brady
We
playing
did.
for the Patriots has got to be pretty rough.
Oh, what? Yeah. What? I mean, he played at Michigan. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, just messing with you, brother.
That's
I
my
mean,
boy.
but at the end of the
TB.
day, though, like it, a lot of these guys, um, you're given a lot of access
To a
to
lot of money
a lot of
very
money
quickly
and a
at
lot
a
of
young age.
things that not your typical guy can get
Yeah,
and get away with.
yeah.
And
See, I think he thought he could get away with shit. I think that's what it was. I think he was fucked up in the head. He's obviously fucked up in the head if he's going up into the bitch's house, you know. So I think, I really think he genuinely thought he could get away with it. Now that he's like, oh, I'm in the NFL, I can go fucking run up in this bitch's house and it's fine. She'll change her mind if I hold this knife up to my neck.
yeah, well,
Bro's not stable.
yeah, exactly.
The first red flag was that eviction notice. Like, there's something not right there. Like, I get that he couldn't pay it, but he could have reached out to his landlords or the property managers and said, "Hey, can we work out a payment plan or some type of shit?" Like, he could have done something. Like you said, he probably just wanted to get out of it.
Yeah,
Like,
and that's the other thing
just
too, is
just say that. Just go to your property manager and be like, "I'm out."
well, you also got to think too. A lot of these guys have never actually had to deal with those kind of responsibilities.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like,
Especially probably not him because he was so good in college.
and also
Like, he
when
didn't have to worry. He probably was just dormed up.
dormed
He
up,
was just living on campus. Not
even if he wasn't, you know, someone was paying for his place.
That's what I'm saying.
Like honestly, if I was
I guarantee.
like,
Yeah, he probably had NIL money
bro, if I was a
for
real
real.
estate agent out of Alabama and I'm a Bama fan, I would have like mad properties, like nice properties. Like if I was a successful one, right? Obviously,
Right.
and I would just be putting up like I'd put a fucking like quarterback that wants to go to Alabama or was thinking about Alabama. Was like, hey,
Oh
I
yeah.
got this like 6 bedroom house that's yours that you could stay in for the four
That's
years that
yeah.
you're here.
Good point. Good point. That's
Yeah,
probably what they did
no
for him.
no rent, nothing. It's all yours.
That's probably what they did for him.
Like
And
that's
he
what
was
I
like,
would do.
"Yes, I could get. If this is the life, then I'm gonna live this life, and I'm not. He's like, I'm gonna get away with whatever the fuck I want
And
because
and
I
that's
got
the
all this money."
and that's the thing is like think about it like from I'm thinking of it from my perspective is like when I was faced with the same problems that Jermaine Burton was faced, right? I didn't have the luxury or the options of a NFL fucking paycheck.
Right.
I was some E4
Which
in the
he
Navy.
blew that shit.
Yeah,
He blew through that shit because
I
he's walking around there with chains, like serious fucking chains.
yeah.
Like, that shit's gone, and that's part of the eviction probably.
Well,
Like, bro, it
even
was literally you. I literally have seen Jermaine on the sidelines with a thick ass gold ass chain, all gold, thick ass chain.
well, I mean,
Like,
if push came to shove, he could sell that chain and get his value back out of it.
oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
I
If he
think
really
I
needed
think it's
to.
actually like it's not that he didn't have the funds. I think it's more like he decided that it's not a problem that he has to worry about. So
Dude,
cause his
dude, and we were fucking like he was returning kickoffs for us.
like
Like he was
think about
doing
it.
well.
Think about it. Like if you didn't if your bank account was so large that you're just like I don't fucking care what my credit score says or anything because I have $1 million in my bank account right now. I don't need to
Oh,
pay
dude.
fucking rent. I'll just go and buy a
Yeah.
house later or whatever. You know that like that's a mindset that he has. And I'm not saying Jermaine specifically, but like someone of that age group that has that kind of money is probably thinking that because when I was in that situation, some E4 in the Navy at the time, I didn't have that money. If I couldn't pay my rent, I have nowhere for me or my family to sleep. So I had to make sure I fucking handled that shit.
Family.
And if not, if I'm facing eviction, that fucks me and my family completely. There's nothing I
Family.
can do about it. Dom Toretto, family. Uh,
Well, it's
but
just you
but
say
for
family,
Jermaine,
but it was just you and Caroline at
yeah.
that time.
Oh, and Zelda. Um,
Well, yes, the fur baby, of course.
yeah. But still, the point is
No, I get. Yeah,
but the
just
point
I'm
is
just being an ass.
but the point is I actually have a lot more like I have a lot of responsibilities that rely on me, and I don't have some nice NFL
The luxury of
contract.
a fallback of some big ass check. Well,
Exactly.
you kind of do. You kind of do.
Like
Let's be real. Let's be real, Justin.
I have a solid support system.
You kind of have a fallback check. You were in the military.
I have something now.
You have a fallback check. Let's be real,
I
Justin.
have something now, but it took me setting that up myself and being an adult and making it happen. And because I
I'm
knew,
so proud of you.
but it also came from because I knew what I needed to do to make sure that I did not have to worry about it later down the road. And this isn't just Jermaine Burton. This is a lot of players that do this a lot too, is where they get that
So
money, and this
you
is
moved me in, and I be the best uncle ever.
yes, best uncle, and you're gonna teach him how to do the best guttural scream ever.
Yes.
And if my opinion on the whole Jermaine Burton thing is it's a typical case of a young guy getting way too much money too early, which is
I
something
don't
that
think
Nick Saban
I'll, you know,
worries a lot
I'll,
about
see, Nick Saban warned everybody
with the
about
NIL.
Jermaine.
Well, not just
Not
Jermaine, but
even,
any
no, not even, no. He warned everybody, but on draft day, he warned everybody about Jermaine. You can go back and look it up.
but
He warned people about Jermaine
not just Jermaine,
himself.
but like this is kind of the issue with NIL.
That, see, what did I say? I told you, motherfucker had NIL money. That's why he's like this.
Oh, exactly.
That's why he's fucking like this. Bitch had NIL money, so he thought he's the shit. He's like, oh, I'm on the Bengals. I'm playing with Joe Burrow. I'm the fucking dude. Nope. You're a fucking dumbass unless you get your shit right.
Exactly.
You're just some dumbass unless you get your shit right. Get your fucking mind right. Calm down. Like that, I think that's all it is. I think these motherfuckers need to just calm down. Like these fucking hood ass, like you were saying, these motherfuckers from the hood get all this money from the NIL, and then they get in the NFL, and they get all more money. I'm gonna run amok,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna think I get away with it too.
Yeah.
It doesn't
NIL.
work like that.
It's gotten pretty bad, and then with the transfer portal
See, hold
combined
up,
with it.
hold up. I'm about to Google Jermaine's NIL earnings. Hold up.
I'm sure Jamie pull that up.
Seriously. Jermaine Burton NIL worth. Jermaine Burton's NIL value was $189,000 as of February 24. Brother. That's why. That right there is why. Bro had almost $200,000 before going to the NFL. No wonder he's a fucking dumbass. No wonder he's a fucking stupid. No wonder he was a fucking waste of a draft pick. I'm sorry, Justin, but he was a fucking waste of a goddamn draft pick.
It
He
happens.
fucked us. He fucked us. I mean, he personally didn't fuck us. But it was absolutely a waste of a fucking draft pick. I was so hyped for him too.
It sucks, man.
I was so hyped for him too. I was so ready for a fucking high tide. High tide, guys. Nope. Bro got that NIL money, then got that NFL money, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna be a fucking dumbass. Uh,
High
Why?
tide.
Why? I'll be right back. I gotta refill my vape.
Yeah. Probably gonna wrap it up from here. Probably hop on either tomorrow or
Fucking high tide, bro.
high tide.
High tide.
Hop on tomorrow. Looking at the time, I gotta be up for work because I got a day job. Um, it's a shame. I hope Jermaine Burton gets the help he
That's
does
a high tide if I ever
need.
heard one.
Um, I don't know the full story of it, but I do know from my perspective the typical issues, and I think Jermaine Burton is insanely talented, and I think there is a good person inside him that knows to do the
Hey,
right thing.
Justin,
Yep.
do you know who did win a national championship at Alabama?
Oh man. Got Derrick Henry, Mac Jones, Devontae Smith, Najee
Go on.
Harris.
Najee? Was Alabama?
Yeah.
I hate you.
I guess you could
God
technically say
damn it.
Brian Robinson was also on the team. B Rob, Tua,
Dude, seriously, hold up.
Jalen Hurts was on the
Najee?
team.
Najee was Alabama.
hmm Minka Fitzpatrick, Tyrion Arnold.
Mm. Do you understand how much I hate you right now?
hmm
Do you know who they play for, right? Najee and Minka?
Yeah.
You know who they play for, right?
Yeah.
You know we beat them
I
to get
know.
them out of the playoffs?
I know.
Almost.
I'm in the group chat, buddy. You and McKinnon go back and forth. This is beautiful bromance.
Oh, isn't it great?
Oh,
I
it's
kind
amazing.
of abandoned the group chat.
I've been a little bit inactive lately, but I'm
I've been pretty inactive. I've been getting real drunk.
yeah.
And I always say mean things when I'm drunk.
I
So
know.
I just try to avoid getting on my phone. But it's like I can only stand up for myself when I'm drunk. So I don't know.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna hop off now.
Man,
I gotta be up for work in the morning.
you are a trooper.
I don't know. So I'm gonna finish up my beer watching Sports Center, and I will be on
Hey,
to the
Boja,
next Divosha.
I appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to fucking hang out with me. I miss you, bro.
I miss you too. I'm gonna try and do this
Mm,
more often,
glad
man.
I'm glad your child is healthy and your wife is okay.
Yeah,
Tell them I love them.
I will. They're with the in-laws right now. They'll be back down sometime next week.
Yes. So you're by yourself. All right. So we'll be on here as soon as you get off work tomorrow.
Mhm.
Today.
Yep,
It's 4 in the morning.
it is. All
I
right.
stayed up till 5 the other night. and then slept till 4 in the afternoon, and I was pissed.
All right, Chrissy. I love you, bro.
Love you, dude. It's good seeing you.
Good night.
Congratulations. You're a good dad.
That's Wildcast signing off.